Hello everyone, welcome to Art Regner's video blog, and today I'm going to talk about the Detroit Tigers and just how upset I am that the baseball season is essentially over, and it ended the last 2 days, Sunday in Cleveland, and then it was really over. The nail was put in the coffin on the Monday afternoon game in Chicago, where the Tigers again in both games blew big leads in order to lose. They have 16 games to play. They're 3 games behind Chicago. They have 4 teams, I think, to catch for one of the wild card positions. So, I've been saying it for a long time, and I hate to say it. I really do, and it pains me because we should not be here. The Tigers should have had this division wrapped up long ago. They're a much better team than they've played. I don't know what the deal is. Are they underachieving? You can go to the manager. Is it injuries? Do they have any leaders on this team? Do they have heart, soul, desire? I mean, we can go on and on about it. But the fact of the matter is, any way you look at it, it's not going to happen this year. It's just not, and it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick that the Tigers can't get it together. The thing I don't understand, and this is why I think we gave them the benefit of the doubt all season long. They weren't doing very well. They were completely inconsistent. Their whole game never came together as one unit where they really put a string of games together. They look like a real semblance of a championship caliber team and rolled off so many victories that in a really bad division in a really bad division, and I think, and I know I'm jumping around because I'm trying to stay cool today. I really am, because I just cannot understand why the Tigers are this way. Why this season of so much promise has basically just gone right down the tubes. And I think I'm going to blame myself and some in the media, and the fact is there never seemed to be any urgency at all. Not from the Tigers, not from maybe the fan base. I think the fans were always kind of urgent, or from the media. Everybody was saying, well, the division's bad. Hey, Tigers got to get their acts together, but it's early. They're still going to win it. Well, now with 16 games left and 3 games behind, we're still getting the same stuff. Well, it's going to be tough, but they could still do it. They're not going to do it. They're just not. That's the problem. We spent all season long not worrying about this team, giving them a free pass, and they've done nothing with it. Now there's still people, 16 games left, it could still happen. You're nuts, you're crazy. What has given you any indication during this season that they're finally going to get their acts together with 16 games to play? They're playing the Oakland Athletics, who are the surprise team in baseball. They're 22 games above 500. 22 games. And they're in a division with Texas and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. There, I said it right finally. Maybe the toughest division in baseball. 2 of the best teams in baseball, the Angels and the Rangers. And they've got the number 1 wild card spot. I don't know if it's clinched, but pretty darn close to it. They're going to make the playoffs. And the Baltimore Orioles are going to make the playoffs. And they play in the American League East. That's a pretty tough division, too, with Tampa, Boston, and the Yankees. And don't forget about Toronto. They didn't have devastating injuries. The Jays could have been in it, too. It was all there for the Tigers, I guess is my point, and they blew it. Their defense is absolutely horrible. Maybe I was living in some fallacy world. I didn't think that was going to really come back to bite them. It's bit them big time. So now what's next for the Detroit Tigers, because this season is over? And it is. It's over. I feel bad for Cabrera. I feel bad for Fielder. I feel bad for Verlander. I feel bad for their starting pitching. Austin Jackson, the guys that came through, but they can't do it alone. Bottom of the order, still horrible, still terrible. They're going to have to make some decisions. If I were running the Tigers, I think you've got to really seriously think. Delman Young has to be gone because V-Mart's coming back next year, and he's going to be the 5th hitter. Delman's gone. Brennan Bosch, sayonara, fella. It's just not working. I'm sorry. It's not. Phil Koch, too streaky, too up and down. You might have a Detroit soul, but you're pitching like a Toledo mud hen. Scherzer, Fister, you've got to re-sign them. I would even take a look at Sanchez, to be honest with you. I think he's starting to get used to the American League. Omar Infante, real disappointment. He's back next year. But the fact of the matter is, when you look back when the Tigers were great, Chet Lemon in center field, Lou at second, Trammell at short, Lance behind the plate. They've got to get stronger up the middle for sure. Peralta, I'm sorry, he just can't move. And he's been abysmal. 2 double plays yesterday in Chicago. I mean, that's the problem. So they have to get better up the middle except for Austin Jackson. You know, Alex Avila, I don't know if he's hurt or what's going on, but they have to make a serious evaluation to catcher. And, you know, Infante's here. He's playing second. Maybe he'll get his act together. Maybe they trade him. I don't know. But they have to shore up the middle, too. Their middle defense has to be better than it has been. No question about it. I can live with Fielder and Cabrera, who I told you was not going to be bad. But the fact is that they're not going to do it. It's a disappointment. Blame can go around. And please, to my medium brethren, quit saying there's still time. I think by patting him in the back and not having a sense of urgency, this team kind of lulled itself to sleep and said, oh yeah, our division blows. We're going to eventually get there. Well, you didn't get there. It's over, and I'm heartsick about it. Tigers have a lot of work to do. There's going to be a lot of questions that Mike Ilitch is going to ask at the end of this abysmal season, and I can't wait to hear the answers from Jim Leland and Dave Dombrowski. But it's over, Detroit, and I'm sorry, and I'm heartsick about it, and I wish I didn't have to say it. And tomorrow, or later today, we'll talk about the Big Ten. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm sorry. I apologize for being so negative. I try not to be, but the Tigers have really turned me into this. Until we meet again, have a safe and pleasant one, everyone. I'll see you. Bye-bye.